Example 2. Sketch y equals 1 over x squared minus 4. First, I'm going to graph y equals x squared minus 4, so then I can apply those rules about reciprocal functions to that original graph. I'm going to do that in pencil. That's not going to be my final answer. So I need a scale in here, so 1 and 1 will work. This is a parabola shifted down 4. Regular width, so you go over 1, up 1, over 2, up 4. I need a graph above the x-axis to work with, so I'm going to go over 3, I'm going to go up 9. I'm going to carefully draw in this. Now again, I'm going to do this just in pencil, not too dark. This is not my answer, but it's part of showing the work. So I'm going to leave it there and label it so I can clearly see what was there before I apply the reciprocals. Now I'm going to apply the reciprocal functions. So my x-intercepts become asymptotes. So x equals -2 and x equals 2. Now, it's worth mentioning that if we wrote this out and factored it, that you can see that your non-permissible values are at -2 and 2. So sometimes you maybe just ask for a non-permissible value based on the equation. You can find it algebraically like that. Now, you also will always have, if it's a 1 over a function, so your reciprocal function y equals 0 as a horizontal asymptote. Now we're going to take the reciprocal of all the y values. We need to make sure we plot our invariant points. So where y equals 1 is, so we line that up. That point didn't change. And there's also y equals 1 over on this far side. So I plot those so I don't forget about them. Y equals -1 is right here. So I go over to the graph and I plot that point. Y equals -1, I go to the left as well and clearly plot that point. Now let's take some key points sort of in each section. So over here we've got at 5, this becomes 1/5, and you're going to allow the graph to approach the asymptotes. Let's go down here. The y-intercept of -4 then becomes -1/4. -3 becomes -1/3. -3 over here also becomes -1/3. So this is going to be, it's an upside down U shape, but it's got a more of a broader U shape than the parabola itself. And of course, it's got to approach the asymptotes. So we want to make sure it goes down along the asymptotes as well. Now our final section, we've got a point at 5. We can plot that at 1/5. And you've got that general shape, which is a shape you would have seen when you were doing reciprocals of parabolas in the previous course.